Hey guys, welcome to the hunt for the
dead men's fingers, which are a kind of fungus which grow on dead wood, and we might find, this is what we're looking for today. We're hoping to find some dead men's fingers growing on a tree stump.
They're not fingers like this.
No, they're not.
No.
But one of these days they might be.
If you had fingers like this, you might get arrested. But it's actually fingers like this.
Here they are. Well,
hopefully we find them. If not...
if we don't find them, that's fine, because we'll find lots of other interesting things in the woods growing today.
Anyway, I think we should head off.
Join us for our look around Oakenshaw Woods.
Yep. Welcome to... what do we call this video?
Well, how about calling it In Search of Dead Man's Fingers, because that's the kind of mushroom I'm particularly looking for today. Dead Man's Fingers, and they're amazing, and I've never seen any in this woods. Do you want to see? These are little mushrooms that grow on pine cones. That's their home. They only grow on a pine cone, and it's called a pine cone cap. Just what it says on the tin. There you go.
Plant it back on.
We'll put him back so he can carry on spreading his spores around the woods. A buttercap, Calibia butyracea, and it's a member of the tuftshank family, and that's because it's got really tough stalks that you can't snap. They're really tough, and it's called a buttercap because the cap's all greasy, like it feels like it's got butter on it, and it's got white gills, and it's quite common. I think this is some kind of funnel. There's a whole group of mushrooms called funnels, and you get them at this time of year. And oh, it's an aniseed funnel. It smells really, or not an aniseed funnel, a fragrant funnel. It smells really of aniseed. Smell.
Yeah, me. Get your book out.
I'm gonna look it up. Part of it, hang on.
See, this is what happens when you have got novice mushroom people. You just can't get the stuff.
I'm not a novice. The snag is I'm losing my marbles.
Novice people have books. I don't have books. So.
Everyone has books.
See, this is why I don't read books, because I've got all the knowledge up here.
Right. So these are wood bluets, and apparently you can eat them and they taste really nice, but I've never tried one. They've got, and the interesting thing about them is when you pick one and look at it, they just look like brown toadstools from above, but when you pick them, they've got lilac gills, which is really pretty. And one way you can help to identify mushrooms is by doing a spore print. So what you do to do a spore print is you get the cap, take the stalk off, and then you put the cap on a piece of paper with a glass over it, because spores are really small and they'll blow away if you didn't put a glass over them. So you put the cap on a piece of paper with a glass over it, and then by the next day all the spores will have dropped from the mushroom and you can see what colour. So these ones have pink spores, and there's only a few different types of mushrooms that have pink spores, so that helps you to identify them. And you can see on there, look, where some of the spores have fallen onto the mushroom next to it. is something called a russula, which is a mushroom that grows a lot around here. And you can identify a russula because a lot of them are pink or purple or yellow, but there's lots of different types and it's really hard to tell which type they are. And this one's got a pink stalk. And one of the identifying things on them is they're not fibrous. You can snap the stalk like a piece of chalk, and all the gills are really crumbly as well. That's an old one, so it's been there maybe a week. And some of them you can eat, and some of them make you really sick. What they call a brown roll rim, Paxillus involutus. And you can see it's got a really thick stalk and brown gills that go all the way down the stem, and the edge of the cap stays rolled in. And these are, in some parts of the world, these are eaten and people think that they're delicious, and you can even buy them in markets, especially in Eastern Europe, but they are actually poisonous. And you can eat them for years and not have any effects. Then one day you eat one and it kills you. False chanterelle, because it looks a bit like a chanterelle, which is the best mushroom in the world to eat, and everybody wants to find some. But apparently these aren't. They look a bit like the chanterelle, it's easy to mistake them, but some books say you can eat them and some books say they have alarming symptoms when you eat them, so I wouldn't want to risk it personally.
Okay, we've hit a crossroads, literally. We either
we can go that
way or this way. So which way we're going?
Let's go that way.
We were going to go that way, but now we're going the other way. I literally just done a film of us walking that way, and now we're going that way.
Go, I've seen another.
We were deciding which way to go. You've already said we're going that way.
I found another, you know, we've found that red russula before. Here's a yellow russula, and it's just the same, it's the same species, but it's a different variety. And this one's yellow, and they're really common. These are pretty, they're a lovely colour. These are called common rust gills, which is Gymnopilus penetrans, and they are one of the mushrooms that grows on dead wood, which helps to rot the wood down. If we didn't have mushrooms growing on all the dead wood, the whole world would just be awash with dead wood. It's essential to the environment to have toadstools, mushrooms and fungus. So these are the different lenses I showed you before. So I'm going to try taking pictures of the guy that... We've actually found a genuine little fairy person what lives in the woods sitting on a toadstool.
What's his name?
Lord Smallish.
Lord.
It's the stuff of nightmares. Look at his face.
I can't take the picture when I'm laughing.
Hey Liz, go on, be on the film for a minute. Liz is doing couch to 5k and she's super fit. She's super fit now.
Run!
She's finished running now.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye Liz, nice to see you. These are the most spectacular ones you find in the woods, and these are called fly agarics, because in medieval times people used to use them to kill flies by putting a bit of the fungus in a saucer with some milk, and then the flies would drink it and they'd be stunned.
Want to guess?
These
horses ridden.
The horses?
Still, yeah, obviously.
It's getting...
The ground, you can see where it's all white all around it, and that's where it's dropped all the spores, because the spores on these are white. You can see a bit better what the stalk looks like on an amanita down at the bottom there. It's in like a bag at the bottom, and you wouldn't really want to eat any of those species. No, I'm not.
Sure.
I've got lots of knowledge, thank you, Mary. These are growing all around the bench. These are called poison pies.
I thought they were called bench mushrooms.
The Latin name's Hebeloma. These are called blackening wax caps, and wax caps only grow in really well established grassland where the soil's nice and natural and there's no chemicals or anything. And they're called wax caps because they feel waxy, and they're lovely bright orange colour, but when they have been around for a few days they go completely black. Can't see any black ones around here, but they go completely black, and it's nice to see those here because it shows that the grassland's in nice condition. Carious, which means it's a milk cap, and it's called that because they all have milk that comes out when they're broken apart, and some are poisonous and some are edible. This particular one's edible, I think. But can you see the milk there? Interesting in itself. And you can see underneath it's got, instead of gills like most mushrooms, it's got like a sponge, and this grows together with the larch tree, and that's the only place you find it, and it's a lovely yellow colour, a bit similar to the larch needles when they're about to drop off. But can you see how there's a sponge there instead of gills?
Okay.
This is something really exciting. It might not look much, and it's really hard to spot these because they look exactly like all the dead leaves that tends to be around at this time of year. But it's called the Gyromite Turret. It's related to morels, which you can eat, but you can't eat these, they're poisonous, and they're very rare. I've just broken it, look. They're very rare, and it's a really unusual sight to see in Oakenshaw. And I walk through these woods every day. I've walked past this spot every day for weeks just looking for these because they're so rare, and we're really lucky to have them in the nature. Well, we've had fun filming here today at Oakenshaw looking for dead men's fingers, but sadly we haven't found any. Maybe better luck next time. Here we are back in Oakenshaw. We're going to have a cup of tea and and I feel like I've forgotten something. Oh, that's the thing. I was going to have a cup of tea and something to eat, but Barry, you've left Barry over at the ponds. Hang on, see if we can sort that out.
Why did you leave us in the forest?
Sorry, I got carried away. You know what it's like when you're fungus hunting.
Man, them ducks were good, weren't they?
Yes, they were. They were brilliant.
Anyway, thank you, Louise, for basically having us here. It was really good.
We're going to have a cup of tea now and a sandwich.
Yes.
And a quick trip to the toilet.
Yep, and then I'll catch you later. See you later, guys.
Bye.